Hey everyone, it's Friar Phil and it's time to talk about Lego. I am excited about today. Oh, Classic Castle. Yep, I grew up on Classic Castle, one of those great themes from the Lion Knights to the Forest Men to the Wolf Pack Renegades, the Black Knights, and I got a dozen, 20 sets, something like that, from the Classic era, and so Castle is near and dear to my heart. However, there's so many themes out there, so many good themes, some not so good themes that I don't enjoy that Lego puts out, and Castle's kind of seemingly been put on the back burners. It's been 5-6 years, maybe 7-8 years since a Castle theme has been introduced, reintroduced, new sets put out by Lego, and so I was pumped when they came out. That's right, a Medieval Blacksmith. Check this out. Okay, so it's not a castle, it's not a dungeon, but it's a vital part of that era was the blacksmith who created all the weaponry. And so what a cool set. This is actually set number 21325. It is actually not a castle theme, but it's an ideas project. These are projects that creators, non-Lego creators, designers can submit a project out there, a concept out there, and then Lego fans from all over the world can show their support for that project. If they get 10,000 supporters over a period of time, then they can be officially reviewed by Lego, and the Lego company then, from the pool of ones that have enough support, they can select as many or as few as they want and create actual sets. And so this was created back in 2017 as a project, submitted, got the supporters, and Lego picked it and just released it February 1st this year, 2021. So big shout out to Clemens Fiedler. He's the original creator, designer of the Medieval Blacksmith. I'm putting a link down in the description of that original submission so you can check it out, how it compares to what was actually produced. I've been missing Castle. Have you missed a theme that Lego put out over the years? Let me know in the comments below what your favorite theme is that you wish Lego would bring back. I know I've got some other themes myself. Medieval Blacksmith. What a showpiece. This is going to look amazing on display. Let's just take a quick look on the exterior and then we'll head to the interior. This is a modular design, so we're going to take a look at each level here. So again, we've got the blacksmith on the outside. He can do his work, but then going through that door right there, you can head into the blacksmith shop. Got different tools that he uses, an anvil in here. We've got the fire there, where he gets everything hot and then can hammer out the metal, and then different things for him to utilize. So the second level is in place again, going up the stairs to the door that can be accessed into the eating area. So you've got a full kitchen, a butter churner in the corner, a stove, a cutting area. We've got a really cool kitchen table or dining table, and then different lights. And then you have the stairs that go up to the final room. So we have the roof on top. We talked about the stairs going up. Well, how do we access this to see? The roof piece on the back side just comes out, which I think is really cool, and you can see inside. Got a big bed. Stairs come up right there. A bed. Little features back here we'll go into in a little bit. So that is the Medieval Blacksmith inside and out. Alright, well, let's take a look at the minifigures that come with this set. We got the blacksmith, of course, does all the smith work, and then their husky and the huntress. It's got a bow and arrow and a quiver on her back. Reminds me of the old forest men sets, castle sets from, I think it was 80s or 90s. That's why I love, one thing I love about this set. And then the Black Falcon Knights. Got a guy and a gal. And pretty cool weapons there as well. And so it comes with the 4 minifigs as well as the husky. And then moving on, we've got the cart that the Black Falcon Knights drove to the blacksmith, get their stuff. Oops. Talk about that later. And there we go. So this set came with some unique pieces that I want to look at. These are my first exposure to these pieces, and just wanted to show them, and they are newer ones. First is the pumpkin, found in a dozen or so sets, but it's the first exposure to that. That was a cool surprise. And then next to it is the gourd, which is the shape of a Lego head, and then it's that mustard kind of color, the gourd color. And then these 2 flowers here. It's just kind of such a simple piece. I'll show you a small one. This is the extra one. It's got the shaft, and it was just kind of a unique surprise to get that. If you pull it up here and just pop it in. I hadn't seen that before. Then let's go to the tools here. This is a cleaver, and it's found in only 2 other sets, and so that is a very unique and piece. And then this sword, the only other set, and I loosely say set, is the minifigure series from last year. One of the characters had this sword. Otherwise, there are no other sets that have this sword. And then this is my first exposure to the lamp, not the transparent piece inside, but the lamp itself. Very old school, very reminiscent of the era, and so I thought that was very unique. And then this blacksmith, his beard. Again, once again, I have beard envy when I see a beard like this, and that is found only in a few other sets. Again, a newer piece for Lego. All of these pieces are, I think, 2018 and newer. And then this horse. This is a brand new horse for 2021. This is the only set in Lego that this horse is in, and so I would assume it's the combination of the color and then as well as the design. Looks like a little heart there on the front, patch of hair. And so that is very cool that it has a one-of-a-kind piece. So I want to take a little bit to share some of the items I thought were really cool about the set, and then I will share some of the things I did not like about it. So first, I already mentioned the pumpkin, the gourd. Thought those were neat elements that I had not seen before. Exterior, just overall, I just love the look, love the half timbered, which if you're not familiar, this is half timbered, meaning it's exposed timber plus then concrete or plaster that's in there. Is reminiscent of Europe. I lived in Germany for quite a while. Shout out to the Crusaders of Bonn American High School back in the day. So just brought back a lot of memories. You can still see those houses to this day. I love the wood pile. It's underneath there. Can't really see it, but you can kind of hidden and tucked away. Now, this is a very cool concept. It's the well, but I didn't like the execution. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I like the exterior steps going up to the second floor instead of everything going up from the from inside the room. This reminds me kind of like the downtown diner modular building, where there was exterior steps going to the upper levels. And then I just love, the last thing is this bellows. The point of a bellows in a blacksmith operation is to provide air, which then heats up the coals or the fire. And so it's just kind of neat that it is connected with the light brick to push in. And so really the bellows provides the light source, creating the fire look, which corresponds to in real life. So those are the exterior. Let's go inside. As we go into the blacksmith shop, detail. That is the name of the game with this set. The detail I love in this level is that grinding stone that the blacksmith would use to get that nice sharp edge on those swords. Second level, the kitchen area. Again, the detail is just what makes this set. The one thing I took it out so we could see it up close that I thought was a unique build design was this chair. I love when Lego uses different pieces. These are actually 2 axes right here on either side, and then a lightsaber or a rod there in the middle. Loved how they used 2 axes to make a really good replica of the back of a chair. So that is my favorite element in the kitchen. And finally, the upstairs room. Let's talk about this bed. Love the 3 colors of 1x1s to make that quilt look. Probably one of the biggest beds I've made in a Lego set. And then across the room, you've got the quill and ink bottle. It looks like they're writing a fairy tale once upon a time. Again, very reminiscent of the medieval age. Just love that. And then finally, no, this is not a Rorschach test ink blotch. I was not sure what I was making when I first made this, and then finally I was like, oh, it's a black bear rug. And I just think that is one of the neatest elements that I've seen, using all these small flat pieces. So those are my favorite elements of the Medieval Blacksmith. Now let's look at 3 things I did not like about the set in reverse order. This area right here, the cutting board, you can see there's a cleaver and a pot, and then there is the carrot that's cut off. That is crammed space, and so a carrot can't even go straight. I thought that was a little too tight for that concept. Let's move on to the next one, which is the cart. And not the cart itself, I didn't mind that. I like the horse, but it's actually the connection of the cart to the horse. It's got a ball there and a socket that it fits in, which allows, I like that it allows left and right lateral movements, but as you saw just then and you saw earlier in this video, this actually just can turn all around. And so every time I kind of maneuver and play with it, it just falls over. It's not steady. Obviously it can sit there, but during play, I didn't like that. And finally, had so much promise, but I feel the execution was horrible. You can't even really tell unless you look really closely. This is supposed to be the well, but being overshadowed by the large tree, which is a neat tree, I just felt the well was lost. When I showed my wife this set, she likes to look at the sets after I build them. She didn't even realize what this was. The roof top, I don't know if they made this a little taller, if they pulled it out somehow to make it out from underneath the shadow of the tree, but I just felt it got lost. I love the concept, I just did not like the execution. But those are the 3 areas that I felt could have used some improvement on this set. Otherwise, an amazing set. So there you have it, the Medieval Blacksmith. I would 100% recommend it. A couple minor negatives about it, but I love it all across the board. Would recommend you get one. It's already sold out, it's that popular. So go to the Lego website. You can actually request that they contact you and notify you when it comes back in stock. Do that, pick it up when you can get a chance. Thanks so much for joining me. If you're not a subscriber, we put videos out every week with reviews and Lego tips and storage tips coming up soon. And so I would encourage you just to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss one. Hit that bell for notifications. And as always, if you had fun today, give it a big thumbs up. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time.